over. Lyric.
I'm sorry she doesn't speak English. She's Dutch. She just came over.
Hello. Ik ben blij dat je gekomen bent.
Sinterklaas kapoentje, geef het in mijn schoentje.
Do you really think you have a chance against us, Mr. Cowboy? Santa's coming to town.
Santa, oh, oh, oh. Come this way.
Yippee-ki-yay.
That beautiful, wonderful nose.
You serious, Clark?
It's looking like winter on the lawn and window pane. Built a friendly neighbor, made of snow a friendly face. He was looking real happy, but now the kids are tucked for night. What could we do?
Oh, what could we do?
To cheer him up till morning light?
Iced coffee for a snowman,
'Cause it's hard to be outside. Iced coffee for a snowman. It won't warm up his inside. Frosty cold when it snows, even if you're made of it. A winter coat, scarf, a hat, what to make of it? So give him a treat, not a warm thing to eat, but a super chilly fun way to say I love you. Latte coffee for a snowman, 'cause it's hard to be outside. Iced coffee for a snowman. It won't warm up his insides. He's looking so lonely under moon and starlit glow. A nighttime watchman with a smile, a broom to hold. It sure was fun to build him, but now the children all have gone. What could we do?
oh, what could we do?
To keep him festive on the lawn? Iced coffee for a snowman, 'cause it's hard to be outside. Iced coffee for a snowman. It won't warm up his inside. Oh, when it snows, even if you've it. Oh, when it snows, a winter coat, scarf, a hat, what to make of it? So give him a treat, not a warm thing to eat.
Hey, the spring up, jingle bells are ringing now.
It's a time for
But
giving.
then sweet call shout for Santa, Santa's on his way.
Look, Daddy, teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Come this way.
That's right.
Isn't there anyone who knows what Christmas is all about?
Jingle, jingle bells ringing now. But I cannot wait for shout for Santa, Santa's on his way.
From the redwoods of California to the hills of Tennessee, to the Rockies and the Sunshine State and Maine with that bright and shining sea. From coast to coast in North America, it's time for your host with the most, bringing you all the entertainment news that should be fun. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the WDW Pro Show! Guess what day it is? Huh? Anybody? Julie, hey, guess what day it is? Oh, come on, I know you can hear me. Mike. What day is it, Mike? Leslie, guess what today is?
It's hump day.
Woo-hoo!
Hump day is here, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Pro Channel, where we are bringing you some holiday cheer. 200 of you joining us, and let me tell you, that's an accomplishment because I am hearing from so many out there that despite your best efforts to receive a notification from the YouTubes, no such bell was dinging, no such bell was ringing. Dear YouTube, fix your stuff, because when you don't ring that bell, an angel doesn't get its wings. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to sing to you some of the biggest stories that we have ever had, and you need to get out there and be glad and tell the folks out there to get in with the Pro Channel. If you got friends, if you got some amigos, if you got some confidants, let them know that we got a lot of stuff to cover tonight, and you're gonna have to do that because guess what? Turns out YouTube is busted, it's broken, and today we were doing some analysis and found out, yeah, there's something very bizarre going on at YouTube. Have you been struggling to find people like Culture Casino? Well, we found him, even if you couldn't. Culture, did you know YouTube is busted? Did you know that? Almost as badly as your mute button, sir. Get unmuted. He's still muted. OMG. We'll fix him, folks. He's in an e-stop right now. Hey, let me tell you what I discovered, Vash. Let me tell you, Lauren, you're going to like this. Lauren knows these kinds of analytical things. I don't want to get into the weeds about how much YouTube is busted, but I am fascinated with what we discovered today. As you all may guess by the fact that we have what I believe to be a very successful business when it comes to YouTube and other places too, we like to think that we're something on X and Patreon and all of these kind of things. We got it going on. Culture, is your audio fixed yet?
Somewhat successful.
Somewhat successful.
Okay.
200,000 subscribers in less than 3 years. We're trying, but we know it's all because of the community out there. Culture, I discovered something. You know, Mr. Beast has a retention guy, and he's got a ton of experts, and we have a smaller team. But at the end of the month, every time we look into the analytics of what's going on with the channel and what people like, what they don't like. We do, we go back and we see what's working, what's not working.
Right.
I have never, ever, in the years we've been doing this here, I have never seen a graph like what I just saw for the Pro Channel for viewership.
Mm-hmm.
It is a flat line every single day, Culture.
Wow.
And it's also the same for that Park Place. Now, I don't want to spend time I don't want to spin the woes of whatever is going on at YouTube this month, even though that's where we are. And I'm hearing that my volume is low. I sound great to me.
I did increase you quite substantially, Pro.
How much am I up right now? Ooh. Whoa, Nelly, I'm at 156. Let me see if I better not change anything. We'll leave it. We better not touch too much. It's held together with duct tape, ladies and gentlemen.
I should point out the audience is noticing the echo as well.
Oh, no. Who's got the echo? Oh, Vash is echoing like a mofo, says Tom out there.
It's everybody but you.
Let me mute.
Culture. Wait, Culture. Say something. Are you in a cave as well?
I don't know. Am I in a cave?
Everyone is echoing, they say. It's Pro, they say.
Yeah, I think it is you, Pro, because I see your bars going.
You guys are in my headset. Hang on, folks. We're going to fix this. You ready?
Yep.
Let's try something. We're going to check 1 2. Check 1 2.
Yep.
Well, you're louder now.
Super hot.
And everybody's echo is stopped.
And the echo is gone.
All right.
But it's great.
Ricola, says Planet Sanjay Prime. You know what? We have settings here. Weird Darkness, I'm going to get to you. You're too kind. But I want to tell everybody, Tom, you'll be interested in knowing this. Real amateur pro over here with the echo causing everybody to be sabotaged. You know what? Vash, could you send the invite link to Tom? Do you have the ability to DM Tom real quick?
I think I do. Let me go ahead and see if I can get it to him.
He's on Slack, so just Slack him. Tom, go to Slack,
absolutely.
you slacker. All right, here's the deal, folks. I have never seen, there's never been a month where we had a flat line every single day. And that is to say, it didn't matter if it was a Monday. It didn't matter if it was a Tuesday. It didn't matter if we did a pro show. It didn't matter if we did 2 pro shows because we had a special review. It didn't matter if Zootopia came out. It didn't matter if Wicked came out. It didn't matter if it was Thanksgiving. It didn't matter if it was Black Friday. Every day in November, we had almost exactly the same number of views every single day.
Crazy.
And it's true on that Park Place. Culture, I don't know if you've checked your channel. I don't know, but I have a feeling that whatever busted YouTube, that everybody is being throttled to the exact same level every day. It's just a hunch I have. And so I just have to say thank you a bunch, folks, for helping us get through whatever this craziness is. It should be impossible. It is illogical for us to get the same number of views every single day. So if you're wondering out there, why did I not get a notification for this show tonight? I wanted a notification. Something very funky is happening at YouTube, and they need to get on it fast, because what we've uncovered and what we're looking at, it does not add up. Now, Culture, your numbers cannot be what I've suggested because you had to take a week off.
Well, yeah, I had it forced upon me, but my numbers have been down substantially. I mean, we've talked about the fact that it's not just for people like myself. It's, for people over at Midnight's Edge. It's for people over at Mr. Beast. It doesn't seem to matter. Things are not what they used to be.
What I can't figure out is if everybody has lower views, and if the viewers out there can't get notifications, and if they can't find our videos, what the heck are they watching? Like, I don't think the viewers of the Pro Channel, when they don't get to see a video, I don't think they go, oh, you know what? I'm going to go over here and watch ABC News instead. Like, I don't think that's happening. So where are the views going? Tom, where are they going? What's happened, Tom?
I'm sure YouTube just fixed the glitch.
Yes. Okay. But here's Tom.
Whatever glitch that was going on that we were getting views, they fixed it.
The decades-long glitch. They fixed the 10-year glitch on Midnight's Edge.
And I'm only half kidding because there was that time where they screwed up a bunch of stuff on YouTube for like a month and everybody's views and subscribers like skyrocketed. And then all of a sudden they're like, oh no, we had a problem. Now we fixed it. All of a sudden that goes into effect and everything goes way back down again. It was like,
yeah, that's right.
Well, sus. I don't know.
Well, we're happy that everybody out there is with us in the chat, and you all make it possible for us to continue what we do, even in whatever this is. And it is some kind of bizarre. Tom, you and Andre go look at that and see if you have the same thing. But all our big channels right now are sitting on, and I hate to stay on this with the audience, but you all just need to know something is going on here. And we're in a battle to help win over the culture and keep. Lauren and I were talking about this. The whole point of what we do every day is to try to guide the culture and our entertainment to be about truth instead of power. And I don't have time for YouTube to be screwing around. I need them to get this fixed and let's go.
Hey, I have to tell you, my entire timeline feed is full of amazing AI slop.
Well, something's happening there too. Okay, here's the thing. YouTube came through to slay. Not like Santa has a sleigh. Slay in another way, the AI slop channels. And there are channels that use AI that are not slop, but there are also channels out of like Bangladesh where AI Jordan Peterson gives speeches he's never made, right? And so they came out to slay those things, and instead they're everywhere. And legitimate channels are all over X saying, my 1 million subscriber channel has been destroyed and I've lost my entire livelihood. And I'm not making fun of them because, yeah, it's like knocking out a 20-person, business when they do that. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah,
folks,
I saw an AI video the other day. It was Barney and Fred Flintstone. And Fred was like, Barney, I want you to...
Oh, boy.
Hey, Fred. I don't think I can do that, Fred. It's bad, Barney. That's pretty close to the dinosaur.
Don't mind Fruity Pebbles.
All right, packing protons for 5. We have griped enough, folks. Wherever we are and however you're finding us. Yeah, I know it's usually like 1,000 people watching us on YouTube, and it's 271 right now because nobody knows we're on. But we love you, YouTube. We're gonna give you a big old hug, big old holiday hug. Packing protons for 5. Apparently, Dave Goals Says Muppets reboot is an honest effort and people might like it. He's being held hostage by Tiffin. Is he being held by hostage by Disney or given up hope?
No, I enjoy a gun being held to my head.
Wow.
He's the last of the original Muppet performers, I believe, that's there.
Yes, he is, yes.
So,
People
you know,
might like it is pretty faint praise.
If you've been there since the beginning, you want to go out knowing that you left it in okay hands in a good direction, and he probably doesn't have a lot longer to keep doing the thing. So, you know, I hate it for him. I really do. By the way, Jen Monroe out there said she didn't have enough to gift memberships. And you know what? That was so kind of her to say, everybody, let's like, share, subscribe. I'm going to give away the memberships in her name. Jen, these 5 are for you. We appreciate you. Also,
I
out there,
got to say, though, about David Goals, that really wasn't him who said that. It was the guy who was puppeteering David Goals who said that. David died back in like 1997. We just didn't know it.
His family's going to get us for that one. All right, let's see
kidding.
here.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
It's a joke. He's healthy. He's vitality
fine,
incarnate.
as far as we know.
Yeah. First Dragon Queen for 20 is pro slaying dragons again. By the way, that was a Jordan Peterson reference, and it was because I had watched the crazy AI Jordan Peterson video, and 2 minutes in thought, this is not what Jordan Peterson would say. Same thing happened to me too with Victor Davis Hanson. I was watching a Victor Davis Hanson video and thought, it's not really him.
That's not him, yeah.
Yeah, First Dragon Queen for 20.
You know, Kamala Harris had some good points. You
know,
know,
it's sort of like if you were sitting there listening to AI all day long, and all you couldn't figure out, is it slop or is it not? It's like go clean up your digital room, YouTube. What are you trying to do to us? Put us into an archipelago we'll never escape from. It's disorder. It's like Marduk, right? It's like going down into the depths to find your father in a whale, but he's just an AI clone. That's my best. That's all I got.
And you'll never be a real boy.
You did a very good job there, Pro.
Absolute props for the Marduk reference.
Yeah, almost indistinguishable.
All right, it's Pro Slay Dragons again. Go ahead, Tom.
No, I was just say, hopefully you got your $20 worth. That's what I was saying.
There you go.
If so, you know what we'll read it as Dr. Peterson. Hope he's doing better. He was having a rough time. Okay, First Dragon Queen for 20. Is Pro slaying the dragons again? If so, you need information to survive. What kind of dragon is it? What color precisely would it be? What world does it hail from? What culture exactly does it originate from? All important if you intend to survive. Hugs. I don't think he would say the hugs at the end.
but first Dragon Queen would. So there you go.
That's right. This is how we forge through whatever YouTube is doing to us, folks. We'll just Jordan Peterson this thing, but not with AI. We'll do it the real way.
Yeah,
Mark Patterson has become a YouTube member.
Hey, welcome, Mark.
And then look at this. Look at this.
Crap.
Wow.
Let me tell you about this, guys. Let me tell you about this. When YouTube does what YouTube's going to do, Weird Darkness comes through and says, I don't think so. We're keeping the lights on.
I ain't you taking us on there.
Thank you. That Weird Darkness, that's just so nice. That's just so wonderful.
It's amazing. Yeah.
Unlike this one. It's not even, listen, he didn't even pay. I'm just putting it up on screen. You know, I don't know what the problem is here, but maybe we could play Twister or Parcheesi later. No, that's Morty.
Who does your taxes?
I started to do Rick Moranis and I came out with Morty. Darn it. Okay, well, you know, you try. You try.
These guys tried to help me.
What's he saying when the dogs are looking at him at the glass? Nice pooch.
Well, maybe I got a milk bone.
It's
I love
my
the movie
favorite
so
line
much.
of his is in part 2 when he's like, You wouldn't want us exposing ourselves. Yeah, that's right. They got a restrangement order. That pink thing I got from her.
Man, the court thing is just, it kills
Let me tell you. Let me
All right,
tell
it's
you.
revoked. It's revoked.
Let me tell you. I can't watch Ghostbusters with people because I love the dry humor so much. And I will laugh at things that they just stare at me and they're like, why is that funny? Like when Egon, when they tell him that he's such a great humanitarian, and he says just dryly, I don't think he's actually human, and just moves on. I'm cracking up, and people are like, it's not that funny, man. Yes, it is.
Yes, it is.
I don't think it's fair to call my clients frauds. Because one time I turned into a dog and they helped me. Thank you.
Just love it. I just love it.
All right, who brought the dog?
You know what else I love? We were, so somebody sent me this on Twitch, and I don't know if it's just, maybe it's been around for years and somehow I missed it. I always hate watching It's a Wonderful Life.
What?
I know, but it's not for the reason you think it is. Now listen, Tom. Tom, listen. It's not like that. It's not because I don't like Jimmy, okay? It's because I don't like what happens to Mr. Potter at the end. Old man Potter gets away with it. It's not okay. Yes, they saved the Baileys, but Potter still has the $8,000.
Didn't Saturday Night Live uncover that deleted footage right there?
That's what somebody sent me. And I have cried today watching George Bailey hold Mr. Potter as Mary socks it to him. I have laughed so hard at that.
I watched that as a kid, live when that actually happened. And for some reason, it's like baked into my canon now.
I love it. It needs to be official. Yes. Go ahead, Mary. Mary, go ahead. Suplex the little crap. The best part is when Potter starts trying to walk away. They're like, you're nothing but a little spider. You're not even crippled, are you? Are you, Mr. Potter? And it's great. I love it.
I do have to run. I hate to do this, but thank you for having me.
What are you talking about? You jumped in and now you're going to jump out?
Yeah, I had a previous engagement, but I saw you guys were live and you were nice enough to send me the link, so I thought I'd come in and say hi at least.
Now, wait a minute, Tom, before you go, if we're going to do the hokey pokey and you're getting out of this thing, Tom, first of all, you got to listen in because we got huge stories tonight, some of the best ever.
I'm sure you do.
Truly, this is going to be a big one. Tom, though, I need you to tell the folks out there, when are you doing Midnight's Edge in the morning and in the evening? Because obviously YouTube doesn't want to send anybody a notification anymore and say, hey, be on YouTube with us. So when will you be on so they can find you?
Put it in your phone or whatever you got. Midnight's Edge in the morning is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 9 a.m. Central, 10 Eastern. And Midnight's Edge After Dark is Tuesday and Thursday at 7 p.m. Central and 8 p.m. Eastern.
There you go. Folks, check it out.
Boys.
Be there.
Good to see you, Tom.
That's right.
And just so you know, speaking of movies and theaters, because I heard you guys talking a little bit before, Kill Bill did get expanded to more theaters. So if you were one of those people that were like, oh crap, and looked it up this week and were like, my theater's not getting it, check now. Your theater might be getting it.
Cool.
There you go.
They did expand. So yeah. Oh yeah, and Zack Snyder is making his next movie with Tig Notaro.
I saw that.
It's a raging lesbian action film.
Well, that's going to be popular.
Well, I mean, all you have to do is look at the guaranteed success through the eyes of the cleaner.
Well, I heard it was a remake of Edward Scissorhands, but
I was going to suggest that maybe they call it rock, paper, scissors.
You know, Tom, there's going to be a lot of scissoring, but I don't know about hands.
The thing. Well, there's plenty of hands in use too, but this is a GPG rated show, so we can't get into that.
The job of comedy is to say it subtly and then walk it into awkwardness and then just stop.
Yeah.
Tom, it's been great having you on. Hope you have a good time, and we'll see you real soon, buddy.
Take care, guys.
I love turtles.
Tom.
All right, folks, we're going to continue right along. Packing Protons says for $5, the actor for Frosty the Snowman. Uh-oh, I know where this is going to go. Messy. Actor for Frosty the Snowman accused of having 3 different families by his son. Now, I want to clarify the grammar here for a minute.
Yeah, that's some rough grammar at the end.
All right. So the actor for Frosty the Snowman, the allegation is that he has 3 different families. Not that he achieved having 3 different families through his son as a surrogate in some way. That would be all kinds of messed up. But you know what? I suppose the actor is saying this a lot these days. Well, he's not. Never mind, folks. I don't want to be a downer, but once upon a time, he was saying this quite often.
Happy birthday!
Well, maybe. I mean, we don't know how many additional children there were. I mean, there's not
there must have been some mojo in that old hat they found.
Yeah, but isn't that voice actor, especially not with us anymore?
For when they put it on his head, he began to horn dog around. Oh, Frosty the Snowman was a...
Happy birthday!
I've been told by YouTube we're not allowed to sing Frosty anymore.
Clearly hadn't figured out how the stocking worked.
Oh, that's a bad one. Oh, boy. Lauren, you just had to take it too far. You just had to go too far. The rest of us, we're all, we're subtle. We hold back. Packing Protons for 5. I command that door be behind Vash. Open sesame. If it does, I'm leaving. Vash, we need Packing here, so go bolt the door. Packing, did you know that we're getting revenge for you? We're going to avenge you super chatting and asking for Birdemic. Listen, folks, we're going to watch Birdemic. Starting in January, Lauren and Apollo is going to be on That Pod Place. We're going to be putting a lot of focus on That Pod Place in 2026. Lauren and Apollo is going to be there. And by the way, after the show today, we're going to send you to the Hollywood Backlot with Lou and you on That Pod Place. So get ready. We got a lot to cover tonight, and they're going to do it too. But we're going to watch Birdemic. The first week of January, we're going to do it. We will not be slowed down. We will not be stopped. Yeah, Culture. You a little nervous? I saw you. You wanted to ask me. You wanted to say, Pro, you want to backtrack that? I don't. I'm not afraid of Birdemic, Culture.
Okay.
I'm not afraid.
All right.
Not intimidated.
Birdemic was part of a very bad week for me.
I am not a fair weather friend to Packing Protons, okay?
Okay, but can we say nice things about Gilliam?
Sure.
I want to hear it.
Not right now.
Yes, now, Dusty Bun.
Wait. Okay.
You're the one who's out of this world, sweet baby. You're the one who's out of this world.
Are we having fun yet, folks? Gilliam's making sure we are. Yes. And guess who's out there, too? Didn't get a notification, but he found his way to the Pro Channel because it's safe and it's warm. It's a place to be. He's Snarky to Stink Nugget. Thank you, Snarky. Thank you, Gilliam. Love you both. Going back to the Paxter for 5. Forget Die Hard. Who's smarter, Beavis or Butthead? That's a good question. I'm going with Butthead. I think Butthead's smarter. I think he just has less to say. What do you think?
I think your analysis is smart on. Better to leave your mouth closed, or however that saying goes, so that you don't remove any doubt about how stupid you are.
I believe that's straight out of Proverbs verbatim.
Pretty close.
Yep, pretty close. Tennille the 10th is out there. Tennille says subtle. Like a headbutt or a foghorn. That's Lauren. Packing Protons. By the way, the humor in this is that we were far worse than Lauren. Yet when Lauren, it's kind of like the Butters thing. He says, Lauren finally goes a little bit over the line and everybody's just appalled. Lauren, we can't believe you would say such. Packing's out there for 5. You skipped over my Vash tweet. We did not, Packing. Did you think we were going to leave you? We would never do such a thing, Packing. We got to it. We were just out of order for the flow of the show, if you know what I mean.
Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call? Who you gonna call?
See, Packing, like right now, I'm skipping over Pastor of Muppets. We're going to put him up on the screen. But for the flow, I'm going to you again for 5. Also, there's one extra in Ghostbusters 1 that you can spot in no less than 5 seconds. First spotted as they escape the library. I don't know what that extra would be. What are you talking about? You guys know what that one's about?
Yeah, I've never spotted the extra he's talking about, so I'd have to go back and rewatch.
I'll go watch it again. Yeah, I mean, all of that's just wonderful. That leads into the next one of my favorite quotes. Right after that is when Dan Aykroyd tells Bill Murray, "You don't know what it's like to work in the private sector. They expect results." Yeah. It's wonderful. I mean, it's sheer terror. And finally, from Pastor of Muppets, gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships. Because around here, folks, apparently it's kind of easy being green. Thank you, Pastor of Muppets, making our dreams come true.
In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was heard.
All right, we got 500 people. You know, this is so amazing. We never had a situation before where YouTube and X would run side by side in terms of viewership. It should be impossible. We got 200,000 subscribers just by virtue of logic. The YouTube number should be bigger than X. Whatever YouTube's doing, we'll survive. We'll be fine. But folks, honestly, you all have made. We never thought we would be in November, needing the help of the community, and you all have you've been so amazing. We can't say thank you enough. It's also a great show because Culture is here, feeling better and better every day. Vash Sky is ready to rock and roll with this, and Lorne is Lorne is feeling revivified for reasons we won't talk about here. But Lorne, Vash, oh wait, just as we start the story, Culture bails. Well, that's great show tonight, folks. Sorry, Culture's out. No, we kid. Let me get this straight. Did you? Did you back out of the camera because you didn't want people to see that your thermos is the same color as your green screen?
No, actually, I was taking this evening's medications, well,
that's good. I don't want your left eye to pop out again. That was a very strange show. So
it was a very it's
totally
odd.
Yeah. I'm glad you took it.
No, it is the same color.
It
does vanish. It is odd.
Yeah, a little ghost effect there. All right, Culture, I need you to make me a promise, okay?
Go ahead.
We're going to cover something. And by the way, I'm going to put you up here because you're looking that way and Vash is looking this way. So you know how I am. Culture, we're going to cover something that could get us in a little bit of trubs here on YouTube. We need to dance well with this one. You ready? You ready to rock and roll?
Sure. Right. Are we going to comment on the plank of wood? Because I saw the plank of wood.
Plank of wood is going to be here. But we're not going there first, Culture.
Okay.
The first place we're going is a story that is just... The Wokepocalypse is here.
Oh.
Bash sent this my way. I called up a few people, got some contacts, and I can't wait to bring this to you, folks. Vash even looks a little nervous about what we're about to cover. Get ready. We're going to read it closely. We're going to read it well. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've been wanting the proof, the evidence, to know for sure, is woke going down the drain in Hollywood? Is it going to change to something else? Stay tuned. There are stories that become sort of the reason that you come to this channel, keeping you ahead of the culture curve, explaining entertainment. That's what we do around here. And let me tell you, this is a story that's been out there for about a month, and we've been sitting on it. We've been sitting on it because we needed to reach out to some folks and find out what's really going on behind the scenes. And we're ready to help you glean some truth from this. You ready? Glenn Garner is the author over on Deadline, again, from a month ago, but what we know now really matters. Nearly half and you'll notice they left off the IAA plus, all that stuff, but nearly half of the Alphabet Crew characters are canceled. Yeah. GLAAD finds a dangerous precedent, says Glenn Garner. Now listen, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, and if you're an adult, you do whatever you want to do as an adult. I'm not your moral arbiter. We've got viewers of all stripes out there, and I'm not trying to say anything about that. I'm trying to say that there was an overabundance of certain classifications and qualifications of people based on quotas that Hollywood had initiated, as you all know, and how that worked out since about 2016. That is ending, and I'm calling this the Wokepocalypse, and I'm going to tell you why. As GLAAD, it says, releases the 20th anniversary edition of its Where We Are on TV report. Representation appears to be at a pace of 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Ooh. Despite the 2025 report showing a slight uptick from last year's, that would be 2024, 468 to 489 characters of an alphabet persuasion, across all platforms. That number takes a major blow as... No, we're not. We're going to keep reading. Don't do that. As more than 200, that's 41% of those characters, will not return due to series cancellations, endings, or limited series format. With 20% of the characters on shows that have not yet been renewed, their on-screen fates hang in the balance. Now, let me just say what this means, okay? 41% of the characters of an alphabet persuasion. Do you all understand what I'm trying to say? You know, we're doing the dance here. 41% are not returning to the screen. Of the departing characters, the report tracked a large and concerning number from the plus category of the alphabet, if you get my drift here.
Oh.
Those of a biological quandary. It lists out some of the shows. 911 Lone Star. Chaos, I guess the name there. Clean Slate. While the number slightly increased year over year from 24 to 33, only 4 of those characters are on shows with renewals. Means only 4 of those types of characters will be in TV. Now, I'm not here to tell you good, bad, or anything else, but I'm here to tell you Glad's not happy about it. And we've been sitting on this for a month now. And I got a story to tell you about this. Everybody ready? We ready to get to this one? Folks, Hollywood has been all crickets for the past month. Go ahead. Go out there. After this is over, go Google this. Go see if celebrities were... Where is Mark Ruffalo? Where's ScarJo? Where's RDJ? Where's Pedro? Where's Rachel Zegler? Where's the Zeg at when you need her? Crickets.
Well, I mean...
Nobody is talking about this culture, and the reason they're not talking about it is because there is no answer coming. There is nobody saying, hey, Glad, we're going to fix this. We're glad you brought this to our attention. Culture, they're accepting it, and they're moving on.
You know, and I think that's because they don't have enough of Kim's inconvenience, like Simu Liu out there calling out their lack of representation, which
he says Hollywood hates Asians while
I'm just saying.
Ke Huy Quan takes over the world. But Simu Liu says Hollywood hates Asians. So
yeah, which is kind of at the broader point, right? I mean, you know, Simu Liu gets a ton of coverage, and nobody bothers to cover this. I mean, at the same time, you would think Aunt Willow, Aunt Willow Bay, married.
I've heard about her.
Bob Iger.
Yeah, Bob Iger's beauty.
You think she'd be bringing up a stink since she's the dean over at USC's Ehrenborg School of Journalism.
What about Dana Walden, Culture? Where's she at? She's in charge of Disney TV. Why isn't she out there saying, I will carry the torch for the rainbow?
I don't know. I don't think we're going to hear very much from the Brentwood bestie of Aunt Willow, and that's bad for Disney.
I can't imagine why we are playing this video from Disneyland at the same time that we talk about this particular topic. I don't see any correlation whatsoever.
I think that we would be hearing a bigger stink about the lack of representation, because I just brought up a couple of other places where this should be screamed from the mountaintops, and it's not being. This is very strange, bro. This would be the first year where this hasn't been a major highlight of news coverage for either the gains or the losses. It's very strange. And you say you've been sitting on this story for a month?
We've been sitting here for a month, and the reason, Culture, is because, guess what? There's no reaction whatsoever. That was the story, was to wait and see, well, who's going to come out and act crazy? Nobody. There's no actors who care about this, or at least they've been told to shut up and sit down. Lauren, I see you wanted on this. What do you got to say on this? Are you going to dissuade me that the wokepocalypse is happening?
I'm not going to try and make that argument, but I think there's a very good reason why people aren't talking about it, and that has to do with a series of events that have occurred over the last year that were involved with a certain persuasion of people, and they don't want us to be remembering that. I would also ask a couple of other things to try and debunk this Glad report. The first is, okay, so your representation has gone down on broadcast TV. What specifically is the danger? The second thing that I would ask is, okay, what if we put Bosom Buddies back on the air? Would that be something that you would champion? Or is that something that you would rail against because these are...
No, you're right, Lauren. They would never champion that because Tom Hanks is
Right.
not himself that sort of thing.
That's my point.
Yeah,
Well
but
said.
you would think that someone, as you mentioned, like Pedro Pascal, would be out there protecting the dolls at all costs. I mean, he's got his own T-shirts for that and everything else.
He loves
And
Barbies.
he really does. And and again, look, the fact that this is a GLAAD associated finding or conversation makes an awful lot of sense. But this GLAAD's not the only organization out there that's been driving these issues forward throughout Hollywood.
Okay, that's a great point. That's a great point, Culture. So we just covered this the other day. Bill Gates has come out and said, climate change, we're done with that. Now, Bill Gates is one of the biggest backers financially of that. We believe Bill Gates has been financially backing movies and TV shows, including that, as part of their doom and gloom, while he buys up all kinds of coastal lands, and the celebrities are all living in their beachfront estates, telling you, oh, the oceans are rising, but I love my patio. It's a beautiful view. On every front, we're seeing this stuff knocked out. And part of it is because they have no doubt anymore that China could be open for business. It might be open for business. And China is socially conservative. So Zootopia, I was talking about this with Jonas earlier today. Zootopia is obvious to me as an item that's been scrubbed clean of anything offensive in any way.
Yeah, and I think the third one is not only greenlit. I think it's well on the way, and I think it's going to fall into a traditional relationship between Nick and Judy.
I want to tell you, Culture, as we watch this, I'm offended. On behalf of everybody in the Alphabet crowd, every one of those cartoon characters right there is of a traditional relationship, and frankly, they shouldn't be allowed in the parade.
Well, I mean, but they're wearing the right clothing.
Should be Baymax. Just Baymax, nonstop. Every parade is Baymax. You didn't know that about Baymax?
No.
Yeah, well, yeah.
No, all I know is he went shopping for cotton swabs or something.
He's been hauled out of a number of restrooms. It's deeply embarrassing.
Really? Was he in Minnesota?
He probably would like to be. It's Baymax after all. Vash, you brought this to my attention earlier, and I had forgotten about it, and that's why I was so thankful to you and for you having done this. I had let this story just hang out there and had not come back to it as I had intended to. Vash, what's your read on the idea that GLAAD came out, put up this, red alert, 911 emergency report, and a month later, Hollywood's done nothing about it because Hollywood doesn't care. They're moving on. What do you think about that?
Yeah, it's really interesting because, the allegations that, woke is dying or woke is dead and so forth, I've always kind of pushed back against that a little bit just because we know, corporate structures being what they are, corporate hierarchies, ESG, points and all of that. There has been a concerted effort to...
Vash, are these buildings still standing? Every time they show the rainbow stuff, I wonder, was it, did it succumb to the quote-unquote wildfires? I just never know.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure either. We did lose a lot of structures in that.
They
in those
virtue
fires
signaled.
right there.
They virtue signaled right into the flames, is what I heard.
It's tough stuff. That is for sure. But I'd always kind of, I was a little bit hesitant to believe that woke was truly dying. But we are, I think, starting to see the manifestation of that idea, or at least to some degree. There has been kind of a, do we need to push this as hard as we are, given financial circumstances, transformative times in the industry? A lot of these studios are trying to make their streaming services work and trying to be financially viable for the future. A lot of them looking to consolidate, and so to have less of a spotlight placed on them when it comes to potential controversies and so forth, it seems to be prudent to do that. GLAAD's report I thought was very interesting because it kind of highlighted this story that not a lot of people were paying attention to. And like you said, bro, the fact that Hollywood hasn't responded to this officially, the fact that Hollywood isn't rushing back in to incorporate some more of these characters and so forth, I think is very, very telling what position that they previously played in all this and what position they have now.
Not a single peep from the activist actors. Not a word from them.
But it's not just them; it's the activist groups. I mean, we've been seeing less power from the advocacy organizations themselves, because as has already been suggested, there's less money behind it. So, like the HRC, for example, would have been somebody that you would have thought would have been directly tied to this and would have had
probably getting federal money that's gone away now. Culture,
well, true story, but
probably,
but the Human Rights Campaign is doesn't seem to be. Banging noisemakers in the wings right now, talking about the lack of representation in Hollywood and on television. And I'm starting to believe that, as you correctly identified here, the Wokepocalypse could possibly be something that we're close to. I don't know if we're in the midst of it, but I think we're seeing less corporate sponsorship of particular ideologies because it's bad for business. How about that?
I think we're at the beginnings of it, and I've got another theory. I'm going to step in it. Lauren, I need you to help me get out of it. You ready? I'm going to toss you a really complicated question. Go ahead and unmute. I'm going to toss you a really complicated question, and I know you're going to knock this out of the park. Lauren, I suspect that the wokepocalypse is not only happening because they need to get into China. And I suspect it's not only happening because they need to find a way to get suburban families to come back to theaters. I think it's also happening because young people have had enough of it. I think the younger generation is getting hammered by the economy because they didn't have real estate properties or anything else that exploded in value prior to the pandemic. And I think the young people are being crushed. And as a result, I don't think that young people have time to do the virtue signaling stuff that they were involved in 5 years ago. They're trying to survive. And I think it's annihilating woke. What do you think of that?
I'm going to make a counter argument. I'm not entirely disagreeing with you, but saying that they don't have time implies that they're working. And I think there's a lot of them that are not because they can't find a job.
Right. No, true.
I think the young are also more inclined to buy into this stuff than, say, somebody who's older. And so my argument would more be an awful lot depends on what happens with the economy. I think that right now, unfortunately, the ball has kind of been taken off the economy in favor instead of, say, foreign entanglements and things like that. And I think that people are at about their breaking points for the price of just about everything right now. So if the midterms go against the current administration next year and you have the House and or the Senate lost, I think they're going to be pushing for this stuff all over again. And if that younger generation feels that their needs have not been serviced with regards to the economy, they'll support the people that are not currently in power. So I think it all depends on what happens with the midterms.
I think you're exactly right. We've got two different paths to take. Are we going back to what was happening the last decade? Or is there a new way to forge for? We'll find out in 1 year. All right, folks, we're having a good time. We're having a grand time. 600 of you standing with us, 400 on YouTube, 200 in the other spots, and we love you a lot. Thanks for being here. Having a great time, having a good time. Let's get to your time right now with the Super Chats. Snarky's back again, dropping 20 beautiful pro memberships. I'm telling you, it doesn't get better than this community. There's no community on YouTube better than the one that's right here.
Oh, Joe Miller, you just found the marble in the oatmeal. You're a lucky, lucky, lucky little boy, because you know why? You get to drink from the fire hose! Okay, you ready? Yeah! Open wide!
You know, folks, we are only 7 out of 30 on the Super Chat meter, the goal for tonight. And I got to tell you, I'm not frustrated at all about that because you all are gifting memberships like crazy instead. So just, you know what? We'll ignore the Super Chats tonight. It's just memberships for everybody, everywhere. You get a membership. You get a membership. It's like Oprah with couches and cars. You get a membership, ladies and gentlemen.
Please, sir, may I have more pro memberships?
What?
God bless us, everyone!
We are green with memberships.
SFX for 10. My 40 plus years, I physically saw a DeLorean car in the parking lot at my local grocery store and parked next to it. Culture, did you check email and see the Valhalla class? Go, Pro, go. Hi, Lauren and Vash. Culture, this question's to you.
I have to answer in the negative, unfortunately. But I do want a DeLorean.
I'll tell you this. Meekum car auctions, these huge car auctions. I could not believe that at Meekum 2 years ago in Orlando, they had 4 DeLoreans sitting side by side. And I also could not believe that upon getting into the DeLoreans, which they will allow, I got into the DeLorean, and it is a terrible, awful car.
It does not fit well.
It's, I don't know how to describe how bad it is, but I think if you floored it, you might get to 40.
It's uncomfortable.
It's a tough car, especially for taller individuals. That's for sure.
You only need to get to 88 miles an hour.
It's not going to do it. You're gonna.
That's what Pro is saying. It might get there in 3.1 years.
So you're saying you're not a fan of the mid-engine design.
I love the doors, right? I love the steel look to it. I love everything about the car, except when it actually needs to be used as a car.
Well,
and it's a terrible, terrible car.
Well, I mean, AMG, is that correct? AMG?
DMC?
They went out of business.
DMC, yeah. They did not make it. I used to know the story about that guy. That was a crazy story about the guy who did those things.
Yeah.
Too bad I forgot it.
It's just desperate to get his car company working. Oh, it's so sad.
He did some crazy stuff. Packing Proton for 10 out there. Ghostbusters 1 Extra is dark-haired. He's behind them in the "you never bargained with the guy" scene as they run out of the library and as Murray shakes the hand of the guy who yells Ghostbusters. All right, we're going to go check it out. We're going to go see.
There you go.
Love it. You know what else we love? Alan Jen is out there gifting 10 more pro memberships. Folks, should we play the sizzle? Should we do it? Should we play the sizzle for this?
No.
Do it.
It's time for an autumn fizzle. For Grizzle, the skill are on the trees. It's time for an autumn fizzle. Crack a barrel, mimosas, and strawberries. Pedro is back now, so cut him some slack now. He's coming for every IP. It's time for an autumn fizzle. Autumn fizzle is getting real.
Do it live!
Okay, Bill, we'll do it live.
I don't know why you ask if we want to do this, and then
I bowed to the demands of Lauren. Okay.
Okay.
In this case, I actually like the Autumn Fizzle specifically because of the line, "He's coming for every IP." That is hilarious.
I can't wait for the Winter Whistle. It's coming, folks. We're going to get the Winter Whistle out to you. Hang tight. Okay, we'll do it. Those things take time. And we're having a good time here. We've got this next story. I don't know how this is going to go. I just want to warn everybody, okay? We're going to cover something that's breaking. It's spicy. There's speculation involved, and it's one of the biggest stories that we've done, okay? We'll get there in just a second. I want to go to this one, though. Gridley, who I've never seen you before out there, Gridley. Gridley, I just want to tell you, we're going to win you over. You are one of those curmudgeony boo birds out there, but we're going to win you over. You just wait and see. Wait a minute. That's not the one I tried to get. Gridley likes us. That's not the one. Hang on. I'll find it. Gridley, we love you too, okay? Man, I had one prepared. Wait, let me go grab it, okay? It's the one. Let's see if we can find it up here. Give me a second, folks. Vash, put up the next gift of memberships while I look for this one.
Oh, absolutely. Let's see right here. I think we have, what is it? Oh, we have Sedan DeVille Bear with $2. Trump needs to go after Johnson and do more.
Yeah, I think current leadership is a big problem and a creator of divide currently in the two houses.
Listen, Thune is a man of the machine, and you're stuck with it. So it's going to be executive orders the whole way. This is the one I wanted. I can't believe that we malign poor Gridley.
Hold on.
Josh Crumb. This is the guy. This is the young guy that we're gonna get him over to our side. It may take some time. It may take some pro shows.
Flying over Disney parades.
Now I don't know if Josh is a young guy. Okay, he's got a SpongeBob meme for an avatar, so you think he's young, but he could be 80. I don't know. Josh says, "Wait, hold on. You grown butt men. You grown tuckus men." I'm sorry, Lauren, I forgot your name for it. You grown tuckus men are crying over Disney parades.
Not really.
Josh, we're not crying. We're laughing our heads off. We're having the best time. This is the happiest group of YouTubers you've ever seen. Well, you could if I'd put the coffee cup down, but I can't. I love coffee. So, Vash, you feeling okay? Lauren, you okay? Nobody's crying here. Everybody's happy?
We weren't crying over the Disney parade. The only reason why that footage was actually chosen was given the subject matter. We have no comments on the parade.
Josh, we want you to be as happy as we are. Okay, that's what. Stay around. Don't jump out of here. Okay, this is one of those rare times when we put up a boo bird comment and we actually give it some spotlight. Listen, Josh, we want you to stick with us. We're going to convinceify you. We're going to convince you. We're going to be your gateway drug to truth with a capital T. KRS-10, Entertainistries. How many times have you had that read, KRS-10, and the person got it wrong? I got it on the first try.
I think it's great.
Entertainistries. Gifted 10 WDW Pro memberships. Should we play the fizzle? Less enthusiasm this time. Less enthusiasm for the fizzle this time, I'll just tell you.
You can choose to feel sorry for yourself. I hope you don't.
Yeah, I just want to say, in regards to parades, I think Disney is delinquent, and they should be giving us far more parades. I'm very disappointed with the lack of parades. Entertainment budgets at Disney used to be substantial. And the performers that are involved in that type of entertainment are missing. We need them back, and we need more and more daytime entertainment, especially. But the fact that they've cut back on parades and experiences similar to that throughout the day and the evening is very disappointing to those Disney purists out there.
What's not disappointing though? KRS-10 coming in here and doing this and keeping the hamsters fed.
God dang it, from the bottom of our hearts here on the WDW Pro Channel, thank you.
Look at him go, KRS-10. Look at him go, and it's all because of you. All right, we alluded to it. We're going to get to it. It's breaking news. It's spicy. I don't know. I don't know if this is even the cup of tea of people out there who watch this stuff, but I'm telling you, we're going there because it has a massive impact on entertainment, on streaming, on social media. This is a big one, folks, and it's still breaking as we speak. So, without further ado, we shall not be late to the party. Let's talk about Candace. Erika Kirk has had enough of Candace Owens. I can say that now with some strong assurance, and I believe that the gloves have come off, and I'm going to explain why. If you all have not been paying attention to this, Candace Owens has been going after Turning Point USA. She has some theories that are quite controversial and dubious in terms of just how much they're backed. I want everybody to know as we get ready to dive into this story that Turning Point USA has a CEO, and the CEO is the grieving widow of the former CEO, Charlie Kirk. Her name is Erika. So when we read this story, when we watch these clips, I need you to know that there is no way in my mind, and we'll find out from the panel what they think, there is no way possible that Turning Point USA is doing what it's now doing without Erika saying it's okay to do so. I don't believe. Blake Neff has this from Turning Point USA. For the past 3 months, we've received a flood of questions about Candace Owens and her claims attacking Charlie's closest friends. For 3 months, we prefer to remain silent, but the attacks have not stopped. Today, he says, I delivered this response. We're going to come back to that in just a minute. I want to talk about what it is exactly that may have triggered Turning Point USA to have had enough. Now, there are going to be some of you watching who say, you're on Team Candace or you're not on Team Candace. I understand. I'm not here to persuade you. I'm here to give you the details of this so you can know what's happening. I want everybody to have a PhD level of understanding into how the game is being played and what's happening. We've got this out of X. And I just want you to understand what I think is really going on here. Why is it that Turning Point has turned on Candace and has had enough finally? What is it that did it? Why would Erika Kirk, who is the CEO of Turning Point USA, why would Erika Kirk greenlight going after Candace Owens finally? Here's what I think happened. Candace Owens casually remarking on Charlie Kirk being in love with a girl seems strange to me, says this X post. She's clearly not talking about Erika here, but someone prior. Nothing wrong with it, but rather tone deaf given the circumstances. This came out about 24 hours ago. We'll play the clip. Fair use, Candace, just so everybody can understand what's going on.
I'm going to miss Charlie going on dates and the girl that he liked and me always being the wing woman and him asking. This text message is one of my favorite text messages between me and Charlie when he was getting ready to go on a date. And, you know, he didn't date many people, and he was just kind of in love with this girl. And he was asking me, should I wear this? And this is the text message. It's so sweet. He said, do I have to change this shirt? And I wrote back, yes.
We'll just pause it there. Now, Candace Owens is doing a show. She's talking about all kinds of stuff. She's alleging, the French have finally become aggressive, which would be something for the French after so long of not being aggressive and surrendering at every opportunity. Sorry to our French viewers out there. You know it's a joke, okay? She sends this out, says, you can see here that Charlie Kirk, from a long time ago, says, do I have to change this shirt? But you'll also notice there's no context. What she's alleging is not shown here. Now, I'm not saying that it's untrue, but I'm also saying that in a 1 hour and a half show or 2 hours or whatever it is that Candace does per day, she's taking time out of her way of covering things that she believes are important to talk about Charlie Kirk's love life prior to Erika and to allege that he was in love with someone and that she, Candace, was so influential on Charlie that she was his wing woman for romance. I think this is where Erika has had enough. And I'll be frank with you, I do think it's grotesque that while you have a grieving widow, and it's obvious and clear that Charlie and Erika were totally, madly in love, fully dedicated to one another, a Christian household of faith where they had embraced each other in totality as an example. And Erika is still using her platform to tell people, tell young people about the joy and the beauty of marriage. That Candace is out there proclaiming that she was helping Charlie date other women that he was in love with. Blake Neff, of course, we've read this. I'm going to play it now. He's speaking on behalf of Turning Point USA. It's a long one. We're not going to play all of it. But I think that given this strategic change that's happened, I think that might have been where Erika said, I am in sorrow, I am in pain, but I have had enough of this. Let's play a little bit of this from Turning Point. Here it is.
Use this segment at the top of this hour to say something important, something very important. For the past 2.5 months, there is a topic that has flooded our Freedom inbox. It has been nonstop on social media, but which we have almost totally avoided on this show. You probably already know what I'm talking about, which shows just how ubiquitous it has been. Ever since Charlie's murder, Candace Owens has leveled a flood of allegations against people at Turning Point USA, people at Turning Point Action, and people who work for this show.
All right, we're going to pause there. Now, Megyn Kelly has come out and said that Candace hasn't done anything like this. She didn't say that Erika was behind anything. And, you know, Erika is the CEO of Turning Point, and Candace is claiming that Turning Point has its hands all over whatever happened in a negative way. I don't know how Megyn Kelly's going to respond to this. I don't know how some of the defenders of Candace are going to respond to this. But this can't happen. This man cannot sit in the same studio that Charlie Kirk sat in. I don't believe, without Erika being the one who said, green light. It's time to take it to her. Panel, we're going to go to the Candace Owens response in just a moment. But first, I want to get your thoughts. Guys, is this a stretch? Am I going too far in assuming and speculating strongly that Erika Kirk has agreed to this? I really, really would be shocked if it's not Erika who said, fine, we're going to do it now. What do you guys think?
I think Blake basically was reacting on behalf of the organization. I don't think that, the pushback was for any other reason than I think the organization's just tired of it. There's been an awful lot of noise here. She's brought a lot of noise. She is an interesting person, but she occasionally runs out of usefulness to anybody's, to anybody's cause, and I think that's where she's at. And
Culture, do you think when Candace pulls up text messages and alleges that Charlie was in love and that she was his wingman on romance, do you think that's aimed at creating more heartache to Erika?
I think she's just trying to add some credibility to a lot of her allegations. I think that's the only reason to do something.
How would that add credibility to her? You think it's her trying to show that she was truly the confidant?
Close. She was very close. She was close enough to be, Charlie's, wingman in a sense that, a co-conspirator, partner in crime, some of those other suggestions.
Culture, let's go a little weird place. You ready?
Okay.
We're going to go to a weird place, and I'm going to do this knowing fully that we're out in left field a little bit.
Okay.
There are some on X who are saying that perhaps Candace has always felt jealous that she was not Charlie Kirk's romantic interest, and that this is what's going on and what's behind this. I personally don't subscribe to that necessarily. What do you make of it?
I have nothing but positive in response to Turning Point in any of its forms.
And you met Charlie before. You thought he was a wonderful guy.
He's an incredible man.
Yep.
And again, I would love to work for the organization. I don't find any positive in what Candace is doing right now, nor have I since she's been speaking. In fact, I find her to be rather disgusting. I think the world is full, and this is no shade on her specifically. I don't think what she's doing is helpful. It isn't unifying, which is something very much that we need across, a lot of different spheres right now. And I think that I think you're right. I think if from a perceptions sense, I think that she's trying to display a level of importance that she would love for the rest of the world to visit upon her. But I think that she's undermining perceptions overall for the organization and for the relationship between a wife and a husband, and I find that rather disgusting and a huge turnoff.
Lauren, I've got an uncle that I greatly admire, and he had protested at one point when some family members had passed away. There were other family members who were going through the items, as you do when loved ones pass away, and you must do that. It's a sad thing to do. And they came across letters and love letters and personal notes and that kind of thing. And he was very strong about saying to them, in a loving and kind way, and he was right about this, put those away. Don't read them. And his philosophy on that was and is that if they were private while they're alive and were intended to be so, they're private after they pass away. Because you don't suddenly, like that agreement, that implicit agreement in them, writing private letters to one another is that it's for their eyes only. It's not for you. And that's how I feel about this as well. I don't feel like it's a friendly thing, a kind thing to start talking about your dating relationships and that you were in love while your widow's still grieving and while you still have small children wondering where daddy is and saying, prayers and talking about daddy being on a business trip with Jesus. So Lauren, I don't like what happened here with what Candace is doing. My question to you is, why is she doing it? What do you think?
Well, we were talking about this earlier tonight, and I was telling you that I think she's lost her damn mind. But the truth is, I don't think that's actually true. I think that she rocketed to stardom several years ago. She got picked up by the Daily Wire. She became involved with some people and started spouting some nonsense and got bounced from the job. And I think now she's scrambling for relevance. And I think she feels like she had a certain level of exposure that she wanted and craved. She got it. I really liked her back in the day, but it looks to me now like she's just an attention hound. And I think it's time for her to shut up and go away, if I'm being completely honest. Go ahead, sorry.
Well, I was just going to say, at a time when YouTube seems to be busted and viewership is dropping for so many channels in half, right? I was looking at conservative news outlets out there, and they've dropped just like everybody else, which is crazy. I don't know where the views are going. Candace, however, has doubled her viewership covering this stuff. So from a very short-term business standpoint, she has succeeded in every way possible. Perhaps from a moral, ethical standpoint, and definitely, I believe, from a long-term business standpoint, I think this is poisonous.
Yeah, I think her 15 minutes is just about up. She's got a lot of people I think that she needs to apologize to, and it's a shame. Like I said, I used to like her, but I can't stand what she's doing right now. She's become a drama queen, and I think she's disingenuous. It's time for her to exit the stage.
All right, well, let's see what she has to say, because Turning Point, what they said, they invited her to come to Turning Point USA and to debate them. Now, again, that can't happen, I don't believe, unless the CEO of Turning Point okays it, and that's Erika. I think Erika has had enough of Candace Owens. Candace Owens has accepted. And I think, and we'll play this, I think she had no other option. There's no way for her to reject that invitation and maintain credibility with her audience. The danger here for Turning Point is that Candace can go in there and she can spout phrases and places and theories that I don't know that they can keep up with. And I think that's the danger here. We'll play it, and then Vash, I'd love to hear from you. But Candace Owens says she's going to Turning Point. I have a feeling that Erika is not going to allow her into Charlie's studio to do so.
Everybody stay calm. After yesterday's episode
I'll just play it.
where we went kind of for the jugular with Turning Point USA, because really I think everybody in the entire world has had enough with the non-response, trying to move on, trying to gaslight us, not answering basic details. So we just went for it. And guess what? Turning Point has moved to formally respond to all the things that we have said. And after a very long diatribe in which they wildly misrepresent the public and global investigation of Charlie Kirk's assassination, they at long last issued a public invitation or a challenge. I'm not sure what it is, but I accept. Okay?
Now notice, she doesn't accept to go to the studio like they said. She hasn't accepted to go there and debate them. She says, it's a challenge or whatever, I don't know what it is, but I accept. It's always wordsmithing.
Also, she's been playing a lot of hide the ball with her accusations that she makes and then kind of moves the goalposts and claims. She's been making some kind of wild claims about And as you said, wordsmithing, like, for instance, submitting information to the White House that was accepted, making it sound as though...
Let's talk about it, because I'm sick of it. You know, I've tried to be fair on this, and I'm just going to tell you all. She before Thanksgiving, she told us that that the U.S. government had received receipt of the claims that she had made. And if you know what that means, which is about 5% of people who would know what that means, it simply means that she turned something in and she got an email response saying they'd received it. 95% of people out there think that it means that the government has reason to believe what she's saying, and she's received a receipt of that. No, not true. Then my understanding is, and I don't have time to stick with this every single day to high resolution. I just don't. My understanding is that she came back after Thanksgiving and said, "Oh, I didn't actually turn it into the FBI. I have a contact higher up in the FBI, and I texted the higher up contact that I won't name about it, and I got no response."
Right, and that's
which
also
is
why
insanity.
That's part of why I'm suspicious of this acceptance as well. It's like, okay, you've said publicly that you've accepted the debate, but let's see if you actually show up or have a debate with somebody. Because I will not be surprised at all if she moves the goalpost once again and comes up for a reason why she can't or won't participate.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree with you 100%, Lauren. Here's more of Candace.
Literally all we have ever asked for were sensible answers to our basic questions about what transpired on September 10th.
That'll be done in a trial that's going to be probably publicly available. So, you know.
And it looks like we're going to get those things. So major win. I am excited. Also, later on in the show, what I have for you is the game.
Okay. Get in there and make it about you. That's the meme, right?
And that's the big problem with her. And it's one of the reasons I'm upset. And I've been upset about this. And look, I mean, Blake, when he responded, said that her accusations and allegations are patently false, based on incomplete or misleading information and a few other things that he said in response. And again,
Culture, one of the things they did to her, somebody spoofed her, right? Somebody sent her a tip that this was all orchestrated out of a certain location, and they sent it, and she reads it, and she believes it, and she tells her audience, and it turned out the location was the office building of her attorneys.
Yeah, and again, you had her claims about an international plot and a certain country involved in the situation. I mean, there's a lot of absolute nonsense, and
she needs to pick somewhere other than France, because nobody's afraid of the French. Like, of all the countries in the world, you know.
Well, the Macron thing is an entirely other situation, but she continually, because of her wordsmithing and everything else that you've acknowledged, she removes her credibility almost as frequently as she tries to reestablish it. And I think it's terribly frustrating when this situation, I don't know if you're going to see her participate in a future event with Turning Point. I don't know if
you mean Candace?
It's going to be, if it's going to be her and Blake. If the invitation that Blake extended was for that particular live stream, because I mean, there's a lot of missing information here.
I don't think you should put her with Erika. I don't think Erika should engage with her whatsoever.
I don't. She's too important to the organization. She's currently the CEO.
Well, I'm not worried about Erika in terms of like, would she succeed or fail. I'm talking about Erika's trying to take care of two little kids and an organization. There's no way that Erika can tune in to this nonsense every day.
But you don't bring. First of all, you don't bring Erika down to that level.
That's right.
You put well-heeled, well-informed people that can speak at the same level with the same level of lawyership that Candace does on a daily. That you put a regular host against somebody like Candace. You put you put somebody capable in that room. You don't put the face of the organization, the matriarch of the organization in the same situation to have a conversation with this person, especially if she's trying to demean the relationship that you had with your husband or her husband in this case. So I just all of this is beyond disgusting to me. So the fact that, you know, we're talking about it now, this was always going to come to a head. Whether or not this becomes there's some kind of resolution anytime in the near future, I think that's the absolute last thing that this lady wants.
So I want to get Vash into this. Vash, before I do though, let me set the table for you, because I want to show people what it's going to be difficult for Turning Point USA. Not because, listen, I don't believe for a second that Charlie Kirk's best friends, that they, you know, acted maliciously towards him. Okay? But the challenge for them is how to catch this when the wordsmithing is elite level slippery. Here's an example of what Candace will say. I received information last night that put the final pieces together for me. I now can say with full confidence that I believe Charlie was betrayed by the leadership of Turning Point USA and some of the very people who eulogized him on stage. Okay? Betrayed in what way? Like, did they steal his Legos or did they end him? She doesn't say, right? That's the wiggle. That's the wiggle. She can come back later and say, oh, no, they stole his, they stole his Kung Pao chicken when he wasn't looking. She says, yes, I will be naming names and providing evidence for my claims. Later on in her show, she did no such thing. I mean, she went on some crazy kind of rant, to the best of my knowledge, about this stuff, but never actually gave evidence for anything, because how do you have evidence for stuff that you won't actually name? She says, and I am making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this God-forsaken organization to request a refund. In other words, destroy Charlie's and Erika's foundation. That's the call. That's what she's telling you to do. Charlie Kirk's widow, the CEO, and the little daughter and the little son, destroy them. That's Candace's message. Megyn Kelly, where are you, freaking coward? You were lied to, she says, and leadership knew. Vash, go for it.
No, this is what she does. She does, oh, well, I got the proof. I got the evidence. Don't worry. The Macron thing, I know it here, and I got all my ducks in a row, and trust me, folks, we're going to go ahead and get to the bottom of this. This has been her MO and her shtick for a long time. I mean, look, usually I'm a little bit more balanced when it comes to our observations about entertainment, pop culture, and everything else. Look, I'm just going to be honest. She's a fake, phony fraud. She always has been. Look, when she started out, she was not of the conservative perspective. She started out on the left, and then she was like, well, can't really make headway here. Let's go ahead and change sides here. And so she made a lot of headway. But what did she do with other black creators in the space, particularly black women? Did she embrace them? Did she want to go ahead and bring them up? No, she tore them down. She pushed them out because, only Queen Candace can run this operation from her perspective. Then she got into the Daily Wire thinking that it was going to accelerate her career, and perhaps it did. But as soon as she realized that maybe the contracts over there at the Daily Wire, weren't going to give her everything that she wanted, well, she went ahead and broke that contract in a way by going after a certain country. And she understood the momentum that people like Nick Fuentes have had in this space. And so it's like, okay, let's go ahead and do that. And sure enough, she has ridden this train up into more stardom, as you eloquently point out there, Pro. But she has been doing it by attacking others, by taking other people down, by not ceding territory at all, not by bringing other people up. And then this is the remarkable thing about Charlie Kirk, is that Charlie wanted to go ahead and unify aspects of the right. That's why he had her on his show when other people didn't. He still did. Which was pretty remarkable. So, what is the thank you that she gives to the Kirk family? Well, let's go ahead and tear them down as well. This is the ongoing shtick of this whole thing. She wants to say, well, there's this big old conspiracy, involving Kirk's passing, and yes, the security failings there were, I think, were definitely evident. There's no question about that. But the fact that there's this whole big conspiracy and they, undid him completely, and I've got the evidence in that and so forth. It's like, look, the evidence has already been provided by law enforcement officials. I've looked over it extensively. It's an open and shut case, folks. There's absolutely nothing here. But this is Candace Owens, right? And we've heard this from other conservative influential voices before. Well, I've got evidence. I've got the thing. Trust the plan. All of this, and nothing comes from it. She's doing the exact same thing and playing it, in her own Owens way.
It should be noted that a lot of the tactics here are very similar to what you get in phishing campaigns as well. You string along in a social engineering campaign.
Correct.
Your mark. And until you build enough trust between you and the intended victim to get them to give up a crucial piece of information. In this case, she's stringing the story. If she really had evidence and wanted to build credibility, you just drop the evidence or provide it to the people who need it to be able to prosecute. She hasn't done that. She's just stringing in the viewers, claiming she has something.
She's not going to law enforcement at all. Let me point this out, Culture, real quick.
Yeah.
Because Candace Owens made a mistake. I'm going to point the mistake out to everybody, and you're going to see it. You're going to know it. There's no way to go back on it. You see, some people heard me call out Megyn Kelly, and you're going to say, Pro, too far. Don't go after Megyn. Don't do that. Some of you want me to go after Tucker Carlson. I understand. And maybe I will. When these commentators, when they want to stay out of it, or when they take Candace's side, when they defend her, they could do so until now. The point at which Candace crossed the line, and now Megyn Kelly cannot stay where she was anymore. And Tucker can't either. There's no way. I don't care what you think about them. I don't care how awful you think they are. From a business standpoint, they cannot defend her anymore. Is in this line, in this tweet. You see, Candace can say that the people at Turning Point betrayed him. And she can get away with that. She's been saying it. Where Candace crossed the line and has put Megyn and Tucker in a spot where they can no longer stay with her if they have any neurons firing in their noggins, is when she said, I am making a personal plea to every well-meaning person who donated to this godforsaken organization to request a refund. Candace is calling for the bankrupting of Charlie Kirk's organization run by his grieving widow that generates some income and a livelihood for his children. That is when Candace went to a place that they cannot go to, and everybody knows it. Culture.
Yeah, I agree with you. I look at, and I don't think Tucker's going to go to the wall for her, and I certainly don't think Megyn will. Megyn is.
They got to call it out though now, Culture. They can't sit on the sidelines because they took a stance.
Megyn's been a little bit more plain spoken recently on Candace, and for good reason. And as I look at this situation today, I think that Candace has kind of reached the end of the rope. Because as you guys pointed out, if she's got said evidence, somebody's going to ask her for it. She's going to have to provide it. Do you know who's the most effective at this because he delivers? Is James O'Keefe. O'Keefe Media Group, OMG, is continuing to deliver evidence of the things that he talks about. I don't know that I've ever seen Candace deliver on any of the statements that she's ever made. And that's going back years now. She's been somebody that people would defend or prop up because she's been an effective voice, but again, it's all on the fish trading that Lorne and Vash were talking.
But Culture. Listen, here's the deal: people can say all kinds of crazy stuff, right? And there are all kinds of conservative voices out there that do so. There's all kinds of people on the left. There are people of all persuasions who say crazy things, and it's the public's job to try to figure out who out there is making sense. And you do that through reliability. If you want to hear people who are going to tell you what's really happening, right? That's what I want to hear. That's what we try to do here. Some people out there, they just want to be spoon-fed what they want to believe, and okay, have that as well.
Yeah.
Where Candace has messed up is that all of the craziness and all the stuff and people, the people who believed her, and there are still some out there, many out there who believe her, I don't think even they can stomach her going after Erika. And there's no way to read her telling people to get refunds from Erika's organization, Charlie Kirk's legacy that he loved. There's no way to read that other than Candace versus Erika. And I don't think that the majority of any population out there is going to support going after Erika Kirk.
Yeah, I think Candace may have finally drawn a line in the sand that she herself can't even cross.
See, I told you all that we were going to get spicy. Did we get spicy? We got spicy. That was a segment. Many of you out there have lots to say about it, and we're happy to go there. Almost 500 of you on YouTube, 750 total across the X's, the Instagrammies, the GeoCities, and everywhere else we might be. And Steve decided to stop on by. Steve, you look lovely. How you doing, buddy?
Well, I survived a snowstorm on the way home from.
Congratulations, Canadians. They got to do that every once in a while.
Yeah, and my winter tires, they need to be replaced. So
You're a once-a-year snowstorm, and you made it. I'm proud of you.
Oh, it's not just once a year, but
Yeah.
The good news is I got my snowblower and it works, so that's really gonna be helpful.
Is it cold?
Well, it's gonna be minus 14 Celsius tomorrow. So, like, what's that?
Steve, can I ask you a serious
-2
question?
Fahrenheit?
How cold did you say it is in Fahrenheit?
I think -2.
Can I ask you a serious question?
Zero. Well, sure. Yeah.
Why are you living where God clearly does not want you to be?
Good question.
Like, just give it back to the. What's the plural of moose? Give it back to the mooses.
Mises.
The Mises. Yeah.
Yeah, I know they're out in the west side of Canada, but you know what? They'd like to have where you are anyway. Just give it back to them.
For those people up there that are trying to get you to honor some kind of land or whatever the heck you guys do in Canada all the time.
Let them have it.
Land acknowledgements.
Be like, I acknowledge you can have this godforsaken place.
I acknowledge it.
I'm loading the
All right.
trebuchet and firing myself over into Michigan, and I'm not saying that's much better, but I can get somewhere else from it.
I am all for it.
Our Michigan viewers right now are like, come on, pro, that was harsh. Yeah, you know,
also
Gretchen will go away one day.
There you go.
All right, culture, are we losing you right now?
Yeah,
Do we have to say farewell?
Yeah, unfortunately, and despite all the great conversation in the chat about TPUSA and everything that's been going on, I just I have to go to bed, guys.
Well, let me tell folks real quick. Culture is recovering from a medical situation in which he fought a number of grown people.
Yes, I did.
And if we're not making this up, he
No.
literally had an incident that caused him to be aggressive, and he had to be strapped down and hauled off. And
gurneyed.
Yeah.
The reason why Culture's hair looks like a mane right now is because he is a ferocious lion.
I am a wild man.
The lion was released. Culture, though, cannot go. He was streaming 18 hours a day.
Yeah.
And we've pulled that back to 17. And we're Culture, it's for your own sake, okay?
I'm going to bed, but I'll be back at it tomorrow morning with the 6-minute daily leading right into an amazing Thursday show for I think Morning Magic. That'll be a lot of fun. And then I imagine there'll be more important things happening on a Thursday, just like there always is with another edition of the Pro Show. So
Folks, if you're not yet subscribed to Culture Casino, then you don't know where to go on YouTube. You got to get over there. Go see Culture Casino on his channel today. Culture, we'll see you real soon, buddy.
We'll see you
Love
soon.
you,
Thanks
Culture.
for having me, and it's good to see you, Steve. And Vash, thank you, sir. And Lauren, you don't look as old as you think you are.
What a way to exit. Get this guy out of here. Lauren, I'm sorry. That was the medicine speaking. Folks, we've lost about 30 of you out there as you wonder, are we going to cover more stories? Do not go anywhere. We've got a big one on the way, just because we're done with Candace for right now, and I got a feeling we're going to be covering her quite a bit for a while. Just because we're done with that one, you don't want to go anywhere. We got the lead story that we thought we were going to have as the lead is on the way, and it's a big one. It's a big one. We want to say thank you again to Weird Darkness for 50 WDW Pro memberships earlier in the day. Can't even say my name anymore. Tongue-tied. WDW Pro. There we go. Sephiroth is out there. Sephiroth, it has been too long, my friend. Good to see you back. Remember, for 8 months. The Winter Snuzzles is what I think that I would be called the next season. Well, if we were going to go that way, it'd be the Winter Wuzzles, right?
I think it's difficult to rhyme anything with uzzle. You've got puzzle. Where else you going to go?
Wuzzles, the early 1980s Disney cartoon in which animals were... what's the word when you...
You're actually going to have to drop exposition in the song if you're going to try and explain that. Nobody remembers the Wuzzles.
I'd play it, but it only lasted like 8 episodes. They had to cancel it. But, oh man, I can't even think of the name of the characters now. Lionel? Was that the... No, that's like... Nah, I'll think of it later. Anyway.
Muzzle, guzzle, fuzzle. Because, or sorry, I guess it's fuzzel. I was thinking of the nylon that you'd use for making puppets.
Yeah,
you know
that's going to go over with the audience.
Steve, I'll just tell you, I appreciate you trying to rhyme uzzle, but I'm going to have to call that one because I just don't think that's going to lead to very interesting places. Hey, folks, come on over to the Pro Channel. We're going to rhyme uzzle for about 15 minutes. Now, Steve's got it. England for 10. Colorado. No, Candace Owens was a leftist who wasn't allowed in the Cool Kids Club and suddenly became red-pilled within a few months. She should never be trusted. Yeah, but here's the problem with that. If you do that every time, nobody gets to legitimately join the bigger and broader tent. So I get why people want to give her the benefit of the doubt. I get it. But there's something wrong when you're trying to increase, or at least it seems that you're trying to increase the suffering of a widow. That's too much.
There's nothing wrong with oh, go ahead, Steve.
I was just gonna say my hot take in the private chat is that Candace Owens is the Ruin Johnson of the conservative movement. You give her good guardrails, give her a good team over her, and she might come out with a decent product. Leave her to her own devices, and it's a dumpster fire.
There you go. She's the Ruin Johnson. By the way, they're telling me the name of the Wuzzle was Butterbear. Butterbear. No, it wasn't. Was it Butterbear?
Probably. It would have been a butterfly bear.
You're right. It is. It's Butterbear. What's the little bear's name then with the flowers? What was her name? Is she Buttercup?
I don't.
Oh, come on.
This is way too long ago.
Oh, that's a long time ago. We're the Wuzzles.
I think that's before my time.
Vanilla Timpster 2.
Sorry,
Jokes on Candace. I don't even know who she is. We're going to keep on going a little bit. Leave the Wuzzles up. It's a fun juxtaposition of what we're covering. This is the real, this is the essence of the show, folks. And Steve, you can't even see him as he snickers below the super chat. This really says what we're doing here. We're going to read about what Candace is doing to cause people to grieve while we got the freaking Wuzzles on the screen. John for 20 used to be sub to Candace. She went pretty far towards anti, you know what it is, folks. YouTube doesn't like it when we say it. In my opinion, with her video on the USS Liberty and other things, she's also gone on about the Macrons, has said dinosaur bones are planted. Yeah, they're just really, really big KFC scraps. Really big ones. Daniel, sorry. I always do that. I'm sorry, Daniel. It's because the A's at the end. Daniel for $4.99. If I can find a way to download certain movies, such as Lightyear and Onward, I'll make a fan edit of each of them to de-woke them. Well, Daniel, the problem with that is we cannot in any way endorse that one. Grab them on Disney Plus, watch them, and do what you want to do, but we cannot give you any kind of advice on...
Also, point out that you do that with Lightyear, you don't have a movie. So
yeah, it'd be pretty short.
3 minutes. 3-minute clip. England for 20. Candace has been fake since the beginning. Sargon did a great expose. He took down that exposed her almost a decade ago. She's not some deep thinker. She parrots what others say and then gets emotional. There you go.
I wanted to respond to that, Pro, because I do believe that look, if you have a change of heart and you have a change of opinion, and if you are shown something or something is illuminated that changes your perspective, right? I mean, you got think about how Charlie changed over time. He changed pretty good as well. And so it's like
he started out as an 18-year-old kid trying to get an organization. Everybody changes from when they're 18 because we're less inhibited, or is that the right way to say that? The constraints we learn, which is called maturity, we don't have those when we're younger. We don't know better.
Yeah, so I have no problem if you change sides or whatever. If we change your opinion, that's how we grow as human beings. There's no question about that. This is just an MO from her that she's shown over periods of time in which she's not the genuine nature of changing your ideas.
Oh, here I knew it. I knew we were not going to get through this without the troll.
What Vash is trying to say is she's a woman.
Oh no. Did you just insult all of our female viewers out there?
Not all of them. Go fund yourself, Bob.
He shows up. He insults every. You know what group of people we need more than ever on this show? Women, Steve. And you come out here with Wilton, and he just insults all of our beautiful maternal figures out there, our femininity that's out there in the show.
I could get Melinda Hurd.
Oh no, keep going. Doge is for 2. I was Candace's classmate, so disappointed in her. Boy, now that's a story. Doge, we might have to go to you for an interview on that one. What was Candace like? England for 20. Before she created Red Pill Black, she started by creating a website that was made to dox the conservatives. She's never been genuine, only mad that the woke people like Brianna Wu and Sarkeesian wouldn't let her into the cool club.
Yeah, it's just you diminish the genuine nature of you trying to rethink and reposition yourself when it seems like you're globbing on to the next trend or big thing all the time.
Original White Horse for $9.99. I have a high up contact advising me that Big Glue has infiltrated this channel and is using it as a platform for world domination through its new glue order. Semper Glutine Libero. Free the glue.
Well, it's actually always glue free again.
Free the glue. I speak Latin. What do you do?
Underarock.fun. Underarock.fun, you can connect with some of that merch.
Did he
announce publicly
what the
glue free?
Did he come on here and monetize glue this time?
I would just say free the glue would seem to be the opposite intent of glue. That would be the anti-glue.
Glue free. Always glue free.
I think we can say assuredly now that Steve is the anti-glue. Anti-glue. John for 5. Weasel words. Things you say to give you deniability later. Oh, it was an opinion, not defamation. No. Right. I never totally fully said that thing that you think that I said. England for 5. Oh yeah, what she did to Tree of Life was insanely dumb and showed that she's just a drama queen. And for our Canadian viewers, such as Steve, a drama queen, which is not the same as Dramamine, and we don't recommend you take that unless your doctor tells you to. You say drama?
Yeah.
Don't Canadians say drama?
Some do.
What's that about?
I mean, really, I think it just depends on the day. It's kind of like product or product. It's
definitely product in Canada.
Depending on the day. Depends what you're talking about.
Propose, progressive.
You don't propose.
No, you propose.
You propose.
Yeah. Michelle's out there. $4.99. Vash, so good that you're back. So good that you're back. I have been praying for you.
Thank you. Very much appreciate that. And hey, it's good to be back. And hopefully, we can continue to provide you all kinds of great content here on the Pro Show, the Park Place, and so forth. But thank you, Michelle. Very much appreciate that.
That's right. He's got warm lighting behind him now, Steve. No LEDs,
I just
though.
don't know if he had a date. He's wearing a dress shirt. It's not just a black shirt.
Now, listen, this man has been over at the happiest, most magical place on the planet Earth, getting us all kinds of inside info and B-roll and all that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Unlike Canada, where it's like negative 37 degrees.
Right.
Yeah, that's where you live, Steve. Steve, let's just get honest for a minute. If you walk out of your studio and you walk outdoors in the attire that you're currently wearing, you will live 7 minutes. You have 7 minutes to live in your current dress.
In my current dress, I would probably survive if I was just to lay down on the porch for 7 to 8 hours.
Really?
Yeah.
Fetal position?
No, I'm like a walrus. I got some stuff on me to make me last.
You heard it here first. Steve wears dresses.
Like a walrus. England for 5. I don't trust Meghan either. She confronted Trump on the debate stage and was so owned by him, she cut her hair and went to work for MSNBC. Yeah, and then if you go look up on YouTube and, Meghan, listen, we've already said, and I'm going to hold to this, that you can change your opinions and you can change, and that's growing and maturing. But there's that very bad clip from her on NBC where she has the interview with the kids who are going through stuff, if you know what I mean. And it's all positive about it. It's, you know, I'm happy if she truly changed her mind on that. But boy, that's a bad one. That's a bad one. John for 20. A few months ago, you were talking about what a rising star Britt Cooper was. Recently, she has stated she will not abandon Candace, considers a good friend and mentor. Will she get dragged down in the story too or save face? I think they're all going to run away from this as fast as they can now that she's went after Erika. That's my read on this. Brett, by the way, when she left Daily Wire, I think she thought she could replicate what she was doing on Daily Wire. That didn't happen on YouTube necessarily. She still had good views, but nothing like she was doing on the comment section. She joined Fox News, and I do think that Fox News is prepping Brett to be a megastar. I really do.
And think about Megyn Kelly as well as a juxtaposition to all of this. Like, Megyn Kelly has taken a lot of flack and a lot of pushback for the beliefs that she has had. She doesn't try to ride the trends kind of thing, right? Versus Candace Owens, she seems to, you know, float around when it comes to her positions on things, you know, where the wind's blowing.
Yeah, where the wind blows. Ellie Bird for 10. Not to start a fight with you because I love you guys. But when Benny Johnson, Vinny Oshana, and others say the narrative is sus, then what happened? Candace is the only one following this. Well, Candace went after Erika, and you're going to have to figure out what you do with that. That's what you got to figure out. Is Candace right about some of this stuff? That's up for you to decide, not for us. But there's no doubt now that she's telling people to refund their money that they gave to TPUSA, an effort to bankrupt the organization that Erika runs and that her kids depend upon. She's not helping Erika flush out the corruption. She's not telling Erika who it is that done it. She's not privately letting Erika know. It's a show. And she's going after Erika. So Ellie Bird, not here to persuade you to dislike Candace, but you have to decide now. Candace or Erika? That's what's happening. Michael Steele for 5. Hush Pro, Alberta is God's country and will hopefully soon be independent of Canada. Alberta, you know, is nice. It's nice, but really cold up there.
Alberta doesn't suck, but Calgary does.
Oh, man.
Which is a whole song.
I have heard, Steve, that Alberta is so cold in places, as much of Canada is, that if you leave a cat, you know, a little house cat outside in the winter, its ears can sometimes freeze and just shatter off. Is that true? You got earless cats running around up there?
I mean, I've seen earless cats, but usually that's because they got in fights with raccoons and
not hairless cats, earless cats.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, is it possible? No.
I mean, Lauren looks disturbed by this.
I don't think it's physiologically possible, but you know what?
Makes for a cool story.
Well, I was just thinking they would just look like Muppets at that point.
You know, I wasn't going to laugh at the thought of an earless cat, but now that you mentioned it, it's pretty darn funny. To all of our earless cats who are tuning into the show right now, we apologize. We don't mean to offend you. Tanil the 10th for 5. So I don't know this woman from Adam, but how much of the defending she's getting is just because she's cute? Like, she's only speaking platitudes. Hey, Tanil, you might be onto something, you might not. We can't say. Mr. Burger, I like mine with lettuce and tomato. For 20, I stopped listening to Candace 3 months ago. I'm not down with the Jews are the root of all evil. WDW Crew versus the Burger Brunch, February 2026. Mega Trivia Challenge. Well, are we going to be like Candace and accept? I don't know yet, Mr. Burger. We'll let you know on that one. SFX is out there for 2. How about this character, the Lorne Nuzzle? The Lorne Nuzzle.
I don't think I nuzzle. At least, if I have nuzzled, I haven't done so in quite some time.
We'll find a nuzzler. Alan Jen out there for 5. I know you say that you don't think she's acting like a woman who is into a person, but as a female, that was the vibe she gave from day one after Charlie. I have felt that way, Alan, and I didn't want to say it. I'm just, but boy, there's something more than platonic. England for 5. Disneyland Tokyo next week. Then a spa in Kyoto later in the week. Just found out how those work. I don't need to pack clothes. Nope, you don't need those. And, boy, I've got a funny joke. I won't make it, England. I won't make it. But I think you're going to feel good about yourself. Giggity, giggity, goo. All right.
Hot Springs right there. Tokyo Disney. That's pretty cool, though. That's awesome.
Glue is back. Original White Horse for $199. World Dominating Wax Glue Pro equals WDW Pro.
Sounds legit to me.
Sweetie Pie Hole! Como se llama? No, Kelly Clarkson!
From Sean, formerly John, for $4.99. Candace doesn't like my folks and has conspiracy theories galore about ruling the world and getting secret money, all false and fake. And continue right along, folks. Last one before the next segment. Michael Steele for $2. I will admit to having witnessed negative 57 degrees Celsius.
The coldest I've experienced, I think, if I remember correct, was negative 41.
I don't know what the coldest is I've experienced. I know the hottest I was in.
Well, I think because at some point Fahrenheit and Celsius actually line up. I think it's negative 40. Is the same.
I think negative.
That's the kind of temperature where parts of your body start trying to retreat into other parts of your body. I would not endorse this.
Successfully, Lorne. I'll tell you, they'll do it.
Yeah, it's negative 40.
I went down to close to Antarctica one time, and I believe it was negative 20 Fahrenheit, and they wanted me to walk out and see these seals. People have heard me tell this story before. They wanted me to walk out and look at the seals that were swimming in the ocean. And I walked out, and I am like full-blown, like if you were going snowboarding, that kind of coverage. You know, the goggles, the heavy coat, everything, every part of my body is covered. And I walked out there. We're on this ferry carrying us to a location farther south in South America. And I walked out there, and I thought, there is no seal. You could tell me a blue whale was about to leap over this boat. There is nothing that is worth being out in this wet temperature. It is, I mean, everything awful is at that temperature. And the hottest I've ever been was Death Valley, and it was, I believe it was close to 130. And I remember that I left a Germex bottle open in the vehicle, and when I came back, the air was so dry and it was so hot that it sucked the Germex bottle like a vacuum. It had sucked that Germex bottle like, you know, just to pull all the moisture out of the Germex bottle. It had actually deflated it. And I was like, why am I here? Again, why am I here?
So the truth is, though, there is a difference in the same way that there's difference in heats. There's difference in colds, right? Like there's that damp cold that's like right to your core because it's damp.
Yep.
And it's wet. And that's what Southern Ontario gets. If you go into like the prairies, like Alberta, and you get to that same temperature, you just put on a coat and you're fine. Like it's crazy how different it is.
Yep.
So, you're welcome.
Right.
Next
thank you for
segment,
that.
What are you doing?
Yeah, thank you for that update on Canadian weather. Absolutely. All right, well, folks, we've got one more story left to go, and it's a big one. Vash, we're going to be going to the Hollywood Backlot with Lou and you at 11 p.m., which is in 8 minutes. So that means we got to hit this, and we can hit it fast, folks. We got big stories, and you don't want to miss the Hollywood Backlot with Lou and you that we're redirecting to because they're going to be talking about Vash, Warner Brothers, I believe.
Yeah, Warner Brothers Discovery and how that race is heating up. Man, there's some really interesting and fascinating updates for that one. Also talking about the Avatar premiere that just took place right there and what critics are saying about the upcoming Fire and Ash. Should be pretty
All
cool.
right. In that case, folks, let's get to it. We're going to do it the way only we can. Poor Zendaya. She's saying goodbye to a girl boss film. I made that up on the spot. That's not bad, eh? Zendaya was supposed to be the star of Shrek 5. We've got this article. It's out of the Hollywood Reporter. It comes from from February 27th, okay? And I'm going to give you an update. We've got an update on this. She was going to be the star. She's going to be Shrek's daughter, and it's all about the girl boss movie. The busy star joins a cast that includes Mike Myers, Eddie Murphy, and Cameron Diaz. Says Shrek 5 has landed a star that may make other franchises green with envy. Zendaya has joined the venerable animated film series The Daughter of Shrek. She also joins Eddie Murphy, the voice of Donkey, which is all that really matters at this point. Zendaya is one of the most in-demand stars working today. Oh, is she? We'll find out in just a minute. The feature has a December 23rd, 2026 release date from Universal and DreamWorks Animation and is the first of the main series since 2010's Shrek Forever After. Now, Zendaya was supposed to be the one to bring in the youngins, as they say in some places in the US of A. She was supposed to bring in the young crowd. But, folks, I'm here to tell you, we got a delay. And what did they do with the delay? They came in and they said, no to the girl boss trope. It's gone away from Shrek. Back to something that will appeal to boys. Who would have ever believed that a franchise that's all about burping, belching, and making bubbles in the mud would appeal to guys more than girls? Shrek 5 cast adds Superman and Saturday Night Live stars as Fergus and Farkle, brothers to Zendaya's Felicia. Now, you could say, and by the way, here's the only image that we had. Who's in the image? We've got Fiona, we got Shrek, we got Donkey.
No. You don't have Shrek. You got not Shrek. Just
oh my, you don't. It's okay. Shrek Light. You got Shrek Light, and they're looking at I'm a real boy, and he's there with his little nose doing the thing. Who's the only other character? Zendaya. This came out before they delayed and reset everything. Zendaya was supposed to be the star. I got a feeling that she wasn't going to take them very far. She was annoying them, I believe. Here's the update. Universal and DreamWorks Animation Shrek 5 has added James Gunn Superman actor Skylar Gisondo and Saturday Night Live star Marcelo Hernandez to its expanding cast. The announcement was made during the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade as reported by Cinema Blend. Gisondo and Hernandez will voice Fergus and Farkle, the brothers of Zendaya's Felicia. Now, here's what you need to know. They just announced them. They just hired them. This movie was delayed. They already had the lines recorded. They already had everything done. And now, look here at the end, folks. Look what they always save it for the end. The long-awaited Shrek 5 is now scheduled to release on June 30th, 2027, after shifting from its previous December 23rd, 2026 date. Why did they shift it?
Because they had to make a whole new movie.
That's exactly right. They had to bring in two big actors. These are not no names. I mean, I know they're not the biggest names on the planet. They didn't get Tom Holland, right? They didn't go out there and get Timothy or whatever. What's he going by these days? I don't even know, right? They didn't get those kind of stars. They didn't even get Dusty Buns, but they got the C tier, and that'll do. That'll do, donkey. And so they brought them in, and guess what? They delayed. They brought these guys in, and I'm here to tell you, Steve's exactly right. It's all because the girl boss isn't working in Hollywood, and they needed a new movie. So that's what's happening. Steve, are you shocked that girl boss is not going to win the day for Shrek?
I am shocked that they're not I mean, if they make fun of the girl boss, then that will be a true Shrek movie.
How much money would they make if they made fun of the girl boss trope in Shrek 5? If that's the point of it?
Loads.
$1 billion. Make fun of the girl boss trope.
If they made it so that Shrek is remaking the Shrek movies, but his daughter is now the one inheriting the Shrek title, and everything just blows up incredibly in their face, this movie would make gangbusters. It's not going to be that, but it would.
Actually, I'm not sure that you're off the mark, because the Shrek movies have famously made fun of Disney in all of their iterations, and that would be the most obvious way to lampoon what Disney has been doing for the last several years.
Vash, I know you got to get out of here. Give us your take on Shrek 5 being backed up, new people brought on. It's the brothers. It's not like the brothers weren't going to be in the movie. They just needed voices. They weren't even given voices. That's how you know the girl boss is done, because they actually said to themselves, oh, darn. These little boys that Shrek has, they need voices now because they're in the script this time as opposed to sitting there as extras.
Yeah, it's definitely a transitionary time within DreamWorks right now. I think there were some who were like, oh, let's go ahead and go into, woke and all that. And then it's like, let's not, follow some of our contemporaries in the animation space. And so I think there's been this realignment occurring, and I know for a fact that DreamWorks is in the process of establishing some more female-friendly franchises. But it's like, okay, if we have a male-dominated franchise like Shrek, does it really make sense to incorporate a female presence to the extent that it removes our kind of our base when it comes to people who actually watch these films. Maybe it's not in our best interests. So it doesn't surprise me that there has been a kind of shift here, because we've seen that with a lot of DreamWorks productions as it's attempting to become profitable under the new owners of Comcast. It's really fascinating how this is all working.
Almost like they don't want to Star Wars this thing. Vash, get out of here. We're going to see you real soon. Let's go to Lauren real quick. Lauren, Shrek is a movie that's all about being gross, and it mocks the fairy tales, and they need to get back to that. And it doesn't need to be. It needs to be. I'll be honest. It doesn't need to be about any of Shrek's kids. They're ancillary. It's about Shrek and Donkey, and Fiona, but mostly Shrek and Donkey. Go there. Do that. That's the movie. That's what it should be every single time. You agree?
I'm not sure, but maybe. I have enough faith in DreamWorks, actually, because I don't see them as just mocking the fairy tales. They do rib them a little bit, but it's more that they're ribbing the conventions that are around it, and they've always been skillful at doing that. So
are they brave enough to take on the girl boss trope we've lived through since 2016?
I think they might be, because that seems to me to be in Mike Myers' wheelhouse and Eddie Murphy's too. So I actually think they may go for this. I'm curious. I want to see what they do.
If they do, it's absolutely on. I mean, because that's a pressure release valve, right? Laughter and comedy is what gives us, permission to just finally say, enough of this. We're stressed out by this. So that would be a joy. That would be a pleasure if they pull the lever. And suddenly we're making fun of Ray, and we're making fun of Elsa and Anna. I'm not against every girl out there, every hero out there, but come on, it's been a long time of this.
There's a load of material that they can take potshots at, and I think that gives them a broad canvas that the audience will enjoy watching get poked a little bit.
You know what, though? On top of that, because of the fact that this movie got this commercial, the preview, whatever, trailer, got shellacked for the animation, the fact that they had to redo the animation anyway because they didn't want to Sonic this thing, or they do want to Sonic this thing, right? So they can fix everything. It gave them the permission to rewrite the story on top.
It also tells us they have plans beyond just this Shrek movie, and that was going to end those plans. They can't come back. This is the deal with Mando and with Starfighter and Star Wars, by the way. They can't come back to theaters with a franchise that's been dormant and fail so hard that it makes it impossible to keep going. And with Shrek 5, they can't come back and unalive the franchise right off the bat. You just can't do it. Otherwise, shelve it. And that's what they had to do in this case, just delay it 6 months, hire some new people, change the script, and start all over basically again. That's what they're doing. And good for them. Good for them. End of the girl boss era? Probably. End of Zendaya? Not as long as Spider-Man's around. Folks, have you had a good time tonight? That's what we aim to do. We aim to show you what's going on, take you behind the halls of Hollyweird, and bring you back out with a smile on your face, a little bit of cheer. We are going to be sending you over to the backlot with Hollywood, or the Hollywood backlot with Lou and you, and you're going to find out what's going on with Warner Brothers from somebody who has been on the Warner Brothers lot, somebody who knows everything there is to know about Hollywood. One day we'll reveal who Lou is, and it'll be impressive when that happens. Lauren knows, Steve doesn't, but
yes, I do.
Do you really?
Yes.
That man talks behind the scenes too much. I got to get on him. You are completely untrustworthy.
We're friends on Facebook.
Yeah, I mean, I know you're a pastor, but that's not saying much these days. England for 5. My wife just told me she's delaying our $250 million kid so we can remake her to not be a moron. So sometime 12 months from now instead of 9. I think that's an analogy, a metaphor, perhaps. What do you think? I think that is. I think I know what that's about. Thank you, England. Also, Sedan de Vilbert for 5. Girl boss did not work in Tennessee's 7th congressional district. No, she did not. Turns out, saying that you hate the place that you are running for to represent, not a great plan. Not a great plan. And Neo is the one gifting a pro membership. Neo, love you. Thanks for being here. Really do appreciate you. Folks, no outro today. We're just sending you on your way to Hollywood Backlot with Lou and you. You're going to see a button pop up if you're on your computer, your device, whatever it might be. Click it, because we're going to stick it to Hollywood with an expose about Warner Brothers and what's really coming their way. Folks, check out Lauren Connor. He's going to be on here quite a bit more. And Steve, Floral from Under a Rock. Just don't